Exclusive.
Gears of War Reloaded got announced. It's basically what we already have on the Xbox, except we're getting
Ultimate
a 4K.
Edition.
We have the Ultimate Edition. Reloaded is Gears 1, 4K upgrade, cross-platform, cross-progression, cross-play, cross-save, and it is also dropping on PlayStation 5. The reason this is a big deal is because Gears has never been on a PlayStation before, and some people are acting shocked. Some people who should not be acting shocked, i.e. gaming journalists who I've seen their comments on this previously, like, yeah, we know this is coming, are like,
Oh my
this
gosh,
is the
I
end.
was blindsided.
What is this? Like, no, guys, we knew this was coming. I'm excited for it. This is going to revive. I mean, PvP immediately gets...
Well, I think what this is for people that haven't played Gears.
Yeah, this
isn't. I don't think this is because like I mean, I'm interested. Maybe we'll play it when it comes out, but like I'm not necessarily standing in line day one for it. I think this is for people, i.e. PlayStation,
well, we get it on
PC.
Game Pass, so it is dropping on Game Pass day one.
And I do think Microsoft did right by the Ultimate Edition. If you own the Ultimate Edition, this is a free update.
Yep, and I do on the Ultimate Edition,
And
so
it doesn't really matter because
it's the same thing basically.
also, well, you get the higher, I think,
you get the higher
frame rate,
frames and the 4K.
But I mean, I'm sure most Xbox players probably have Game Pass. They'll get it anyway.
Yeah, so this is on Game Pass. This fits the Game Pass strategy. Remember, Game Pass is the platform. The platform is the Xbox strategy going forward. And I don't think that what kills me about what I think some disingenuous media coverage is saying is they act like the strategy is unknown and they're debating no, the strategy is here. That's not the debate. The debate is on whether or not you think the strategy will work. And what is that strategy? That strategy is Gears of War Reloaded dropping everywhere to set you up for when Gears E-Day comes, Gears 6. And when that comes, it's going to drop on Game Pass day one, and then it will be a
Xbox.
timed exclusive on PlayStation 5 6 months later, similar to what Indiana Jones or Forza Horizon 5 has
Well, see,
been.
I don't.
And that is how you sell your platform that is Game Pass. And it doesn't happen at once. It doesn't happen with one game. It happens multiple games over time, over years.
Yeah, and I actually don't know if it'll be as quick as Indiana Jones was.
Yeah, it could be longer. Indiana Jones.
I think it'll be longer just because look, they're only releasing the first one. They're not releasing 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Judgment. But no, it's the only reason I say it might be longer is because Starfield still hasn't released on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I'm actually, to be honest, I'm actually surprised that one hasn't. You know.
Yeah, that's a good point,
But-
actually. And that's been 2 years now? Has that been 2 years? Is this year 2 for
This is
Starfield?
going into year 2, I think. You know what's really interesting about this is they dropped this now and told everybody now when I agree with what people have been saying. I think this could have been showed at their showcase next month. So
Well,
what
what's
are
at
they?
the showcase?
Yeah, what
I
are
can
they
tell you.
gearing up for the showcase?
I can tell you. We're
I
getting
don't think
Gears,
it's. I don't
we're getting
think
Gears
it's
6.
E-Day.
Yeah, Gears E-Day, Gears 6, whatever. We're getting in-depth gameplay of that for sure.
I don't think we're getting. I don't know.
And
I don't
number
know.
2,
I don't think you're getting this one.
Elder
I know,
Scrolls
yeah,
6.
I don't think you're getting.
I
That
do.
one. I don't think you're anywhere close
yeah,
to
that's.
that one.
I think so.
I don't think so.
Spicy, what do you think?
I don't know. I just want to play it. How's that for?
No, what do you think we're getting in the Xbox showcase? Because that's right. This. By the way, this was the second shadow drop in 3 weeks.
Well, it's not really a shadow drop.
I actually didn't think about that before.
Well, I guess it's an announcement, yeah, because it didn't.
It's also
drop.
it's not really a shadow drop.
It just got announced. Yeah,
I actually didn't even think that far ahead.
Oh,
So
we're
no-
just a few weeks away. What are we? What
yeah,
is it?
that's actually.
I guess we're a month away.
That's actually really interesting that they announced it now. So yeah, so what are they?
No, we're 3 months away from this. It's
no
August.
from the showcase.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. I thought you were talking
Do you
about.
think they are gonna? Yeah, I think they might be doing Elder Scrolls 6.
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think it's time.
so.
It is
They're
time.
hitting us with a lot of stuff. Over the last month, they've hit us with a ton.
I mean, you do have a lot of hype around Elder Scrolls right now with Oblivion, but I don't know. I don't think we're getting Elder Scrolls 6 gameplay.
Why not?
Because I think they're gonna take cues from Oblivion with Elder Scrolls 6. Oblivion has made like for example, everybody loves the look of this new Oblivion through Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
The Creation Engine can't do that. Unless they got some god tier guy
A guy that's played the game for 10,000 hours.
to make the Creation Engine
Yeah,
do
but
that.
you're not switch. You're not making that switch now.
I mean, you could.
Remember, we saw their crappy art tease in 2019,
Yeah, but that wasn't
and they
that,
were working on it. They announced
yeah.
they're working on it.
Yeah,
We're-
but working on it could be like two dudes just writing the story.
Still working on it.
So Ruben R. Jet says they're getting feedback on Oblivion, then they,
That's
they
what I
then now
think. So
mold
I think
Elder
they're
Scrolls 6
I think
Guardian.
they're
No.
going. Okay, people do like these systems in Oblivion. They're not as outdated as we thought they were.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's past that point.
Yeah, I think it's way past. I think you want to know what point I think it is.
That's an
I
early
don't-
on.
I think
don't
we're at
think-
show it off at the Xbox Showcase with a release date.
I don't think it's going to, but I don't think Elder Scrolls can afford to be Starfield.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. But Starfield's different. Starfield is them kind of taking a chance, trying something new. Because if they were to do a Starfield 2 now, you know they completely changed their space system, like how space works, what planets they
Yeah.
they limit it probably a lot more.
Yeah,
They
I
definitely
don't know.
make some
Maybe
adjustments there.
maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we do get some E-Day stuff.
I think we're getting Elder Scrolls 6. Let's see. This year's 2025.
See this? No. See, I don't. This, okay,
I
don't
think we're getting.
I don't
we're
think
for sure getting. Well, here's the thing. What do they do with? We just talked about Grand Theft Auto releasing, but Elder Scrolls 6 is a huge. Would be huge.
No.
For
See,
Xbox.
I think this showcase we get some legit Fable gameplay. Fable
Sure,
is
I
the
think you
next.
get that.
I think Fable is their next big one.
It doesn't matter. Well, Fable's not from Bethesda, so it doesn't matter.
No. Well, yeah, but they're all like they line them up.
Yeah.
No. This is what I'm thinking because I don't think we get Elder Scrolls 6 till 2027. I think the next year's big one.
It's like a launch title for their next gen
No,
console.
well, no. I just think next year's big one is Gears. So maybe we get some Gears. I think we definitely get a lot more info on Fable.
we have
Have
a-
they have
do we
they
have a
ruled
release
out
date on it?
Fable for this year? I don't think they've ruled out Fable for this year. I think we get a lot of Fable. I think that's the big one. Oh, and then you get Outer Worlds because they're doing that showcase afterwards. Outer Worlds 2. Let's definitely hope they learned from Avowed on that one. Because Outer Worlds 1 was fun.
Some insiders and initial sources said that Gears is a 2025 release. We don't have an official date though, so that's probably
I
end of
think
the year.
Gears is 2026. I think ES or Elder Scrolls 6 is 2027. And I think can you do Fable? Did
No,
Fable
I
get
think-
rolled out for this month? I think Fable might be the big holiday game this
I think Gears could be end of this year.
Yeah, I think Gears is end of this year. Then
I think it could be October, end of October, November-ish.
I mean that would be pretty cool if it's
okay,
coming that soon. But
so industry consensus is what Jordan says about Elder Scrolls 6 2026 with does not launch before 2026. With a lot of people thinking probably 2027. Earliest possible release would be 2026. And if that's the case, if it's first half of 2026 or first quarter of 2026, this showcase for sure shows up. I'm telling you, we're close enough to you start showing off when you're if it is a 2026
I think-
release.
I just looked up Fable window it was 2025, then it got pushed around to 2026. So I don't know.
If Elder Scrolls is a 2026 game, you show that off at this showcase.
I don't think it's a 2026 game.
Based on what?
Based on I don't think Bethesda is anywhere near close to like showing that off yet.
What? How do you know?
I just got
We
a
saw
vibe.
their cool art in 2019.
Well, yeah, David, I could type
No.
in on ChatGPT.
Do not use the word cool on that
cool
one.
art.
Cool art. That we saw them show a random.
Yeah, but at that point they just confirmed that they are working on it. So they've been working on it, I think, since the year before, even. How long? Let's
No,
talk about
I think they just threw that together the week before. Just
No. Yeah, that.
Oh,
they
no,
did.
that
they did. They did that just to
announcement-
silence people.
Yeah, that announcement because they said multiple times we're doing Starfield, then we'll go back to Elder Scrolls, and then no one believed them, so they had to come out with like a helicopter shot of the Highlands,
of the Highlands.
and then everybody was like, "Oh yeah, they're working on it."
It says approximately 2 years, but that's not right. That's not right. They were working on it. He announced they were working on it when they showed off that thumbnail, and that was what was that? That was 2019, right? It was before COVID.
It might even have been 2018. We were.
I think it was the year before because it was that rock concert.
I think it was 2018.
It was that Bethesda rock concert.
No, he didn't tell them. He said we're working on our new game, and then afterwards we'll go back to Elder Scrolls.
No. Should we go to the source? We can go to it.
Yeah, go to it.
Go to
'Cause
YouTube.
He
Let's
said
go to
afterwards
YouTube.
we'll work on Elder
Spicy,
Scrolls.
and let's do
Now,
Todd Howard.
Afterwards doesn't necessarily mean after Starfield launches. I'm sure they have different teams branching off, but
Todd Howard, what do we do? Revealing Elder Scrolls 6 E3?
no, because it's just going to show the friggin' Highland shot.
I know, but
that's what we're talking
that's when he'll
about.
talk about it. Yeah.
6
there it is.
years
This is it.
ago.
Yeah, that's it. So 6 years ago, and I think he said we're working on it. Because that you don't show it off to say like one day it will come. We'll work on this later.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Oh, no, okay,
One day we'll have it. You can tell he's annoyed because he's like, guys, we've told you we're working on
Yeah,
it.
there it is. There it
Okay,
is.
yeah, I'm just gonna throw this on the screen.
Well, can we turn on audio to hear what he says?
Yeah, sure.
I got a leather jacket because of that, by the way.
And it's the one you keep asking about.
Yeah. You can tell he's annoyed. Like, stop asking us. We'll do it. Like, we know.
Oh, let's see.
Poor guy just wants to work on a different game.
For the
Yeah, I think this. So this had to be 2018 because we didn't get to go to the show in 2018.
yeah, but we watched it.
we watched it.
Yeah,
at 2019 we were there. So
No, we were there 2 years in a row. I think this was our first year because this was that Bethesda rock concert.
yeah. This is so funny.
Yeah, and
You
that's
can
like,
make this an Unreal in like 2 hours.
you're like,
I can make this now in 50 seconds with AI.
okay, now what does he say?
Okay, let's
Yeah,
hear.
we're working on it. They got one guy storyboarding for them.
Here, let's see. I want to hear what he says.
Excited about.
Oh, that's it.
But we're also building.
See, this
towards
is
the
only
game
50-second
after that.
clip.
See, building towards the game after that.
Yeah, the
And
game that
it's-
will release
Okay,
after
okay,
that.
I'm
That's
rewinding
their
it.
next release, is what he's
But
saying.
Yeah,
we're
we
also
know that.
building toward the game after that.
This is all stuff we know.
So they started
And
6
it's
years
the
ago.
one-
Yeah, but I'm telling you, they had two guys in a conference room just hammering
you
out
know.
the story and the lore. That's all they have. They probably didn't go into full production on it until like last year, maybe the year before.
Perhaps. I don't think that's how that works, but perhaps.
I don't think we see Elder Scrolls 6. And I'm going to be honest, if we see Elder Scrolls 6 and then they say 2027, I'm going to be pissed.
It'll say Elder Scrolls. What it'll do
Because
is
you know
say,
it's going to be delayed another year and then another
what they'll do
year.
is be Elder Scrolls.
It's like, why are you
6.
showing me something that...
It'll be Elder Scrolls 6, and then the Elder Scrolls will disappear 2026. That's how they'll do it.
Yeah.
Dude, I kind of want to
6,
watch the rock
26.
concert. Remember, everyone was just sitting there, and that dude was rocking out
Yeah,
so
that's
hard.
actually one of the only times I actually cared for like a rock concert at a video because that guy was just so enthusiastic.
Well, and the audience was just like, "What's happening?"
Because it's not built for a rock. When you're sitting in stadium seating movie theater, it's not built for a rock concert.
Everything is built for a rock concert, David. The right rock concert.
I think Xbox, by the way, I just had this thought. They should move their showcase from LA because E3 is not there anymore anyways, to Vegas.
do they still own that theater?
to Vegas and
Nokia
do
Center
their
or whatever?
showcase in the Sphere?
Yeah, everything in the Sphere would look awesome.
Dude, I don't care how much it costs, we would go to that.
Who had that idea? Like, hey, why don't we just make a giant ball?
Giant ball of
I don't know.
someone with big balls.
Somebody with big.
Hey, speaking of that, I saw Big Balls.
Oh yeah,
He was on YouTube.
Yeah,
I
he
was
was
like,
on
hey,
YouTube.
hey,
Hey, that's
everybody-
Big
hey,
Balls.
it's Big Balls.
big balls.
So I guess famous now.
Yeah.
He stole my name. Anyways, regardless, I think it's going to be a huge showcase. If this is what's already out, going to be a huge showcase for Xbox. Anybody have an issue with Gears dropping on PlayStation 5? Anybody shocked by that?
No.
Anyone disagree with that move?
I still am kind of shocked that Xbox is making this move. I understand it. I think they're going to make a lot of money doing this.
Yep.
A lot. I mean, what was it like? I think even still right now, Xbox games are topping the charts on PlayStation
three.
sales.
Top 3 games in April were all Xbox games.
And that's okay. So it's working.
Yeah. You're double dipping. It's one giant commercial.
You're literally double dipping, and you're going, oh, you know what? That's a cool game, huh? Guess what we have over here? You can
Thanks for
play
your-
that day one for free.
Thanks for your $80. Come.
Well, I
play
think
on
Gears is only
PlayStation.
50, so
Well, the Gears
or actually it's
Reloaded,
only
yeah.
40. Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
but
But no, yeah, that's
well, it brings people to the brand. So
yeah, it's interesting because I never would have thought that this would be a strategy that Microsoft would be pulling, but they are, and it seems to be working for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Everybody that's like, this is dumb, it's not going to work. Look, their numbers aren't growing that fast. Oh, 12% growth because that's what they had in Game Pass. It's not that huge. You know who said the same thing, guys? Blockbuster.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that. Blockbuster.
Blockbuster said the same. Everybody's like, no, Netflix just. People act like Netflix just appeared out of nowhere and was an instant success overnight. No, guys. Netflix is the model. Everybody denying that model is in the Blockbuster mindset. No, you'll never beat it, guys. The consoles will always exist how they exist. You need exclusives. You want to know who that guy is? That's the same guy that's like, you'll always need a membership card to rent a movie from somewhere. Here's my membership card with my name on it. That's how they know who I am. You'll always need that. I remember when I got a Blockbuster membership card, by the way, I felt cool.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was cool.
good day.